So greetings all. This is going to be like a little, like a tutorial kind of thing. A sound that I always loved is when you have something people tend to call like a Lydian dominant, a dominant with a sharp 11 in it. A lot of times it has a 9 too, makes it sound kind of cool. And a couple examples of where it's heard, the old tune "Take the A Train." So that is just a cool, mysterious leading sound. I've always loved that. And it also shows up in New Frontier by Donald Fagen. Let's see. It goes, yeah, that's right. We got provisions, lots of beer. Anyway, I like that it. There's a sophisticated chord right when he's talking about beer. I kind of like that. So anyway, the way to look at that chord, or a way to look at that chord, is think of it as the 5 chord, even if it's not necessarily the 5 chord of the key that the tune is in. For just a way to understand it, you can look at it that way. And because the 5th degree is a dominant degree, this is a dominant chord. But the difference is a Mixolydian, a regular dominant, the 5th degree, has a 2 and a 4 and a 6, or 9, 11, 13 in the higher octave. Same thing. But if you put a sharp 11 in there, it alters the key a little bit. It throws a note out of the key. And if you think of the root of the chord, if that's the 5th note, it's the 5th degree of a key, if that's the 5th note, the 2nd of this chord would be the 6th note of the key, the 3rd of the chord would be the 7th note of the key, the 4th of the chord would be the root of the key, but we're putting a sharp 4, so it's really the root, it's really a sharp root, so a raised root, if you will, and then the rest of it is fine, is within the key. But that sharp 4 element, sharp 11 if you want to call it that, is of the key that you're kind of changing or altering slightly. It is the sharp 1. Well, in that sharp 1 key, if you go up to the 2, the whole thing, well, people mostly talk about the melodic minor, and that's what the 2 is now. And the 2 would be like a natural 7 on a minor. That actually comes out of the same overall mode as the dominant sharp 11. And so you could literally think of, I think of it as Ionian sharp 1, it's Dorian with a natural 7, it'd be Phrygian with a natural 6, and it just kind of goes like that. But what we're talking about is Mixolydian sharp 11. And so what that allows for, let's talk about like a key sharp 1. In this case, it's a D would be the 5 of G, but it's G sharp 1. It's a G, the key of G with G sharp and no G. I know that sounds disturbing, but here's what that sounds like. And you know what? I should loop that for a second, just so we can hear that. You get the flavor of that. It's a unique sound. I just always liked that. And like when you maybe just practice listening to a mode, play a chord in the appropriate scale to give you that mode or that harmonic climate, it's nice to just hang on that one chord for a while and burn that sound in, so that it just comes out naturally. You just becomes part of it, and you're no longer thinking like, okay, half step, whole step, etc. It's a great little practice thing to do, would be to just lay down this chord and just solo over it. And and the cool thing too is when it comes up, when you hear that chord in a song forever after, if you spend some time playing the chord and the corresponding scale, you're like, oh, I know that. That's a like melodic minor situation, or you could think of it as, again, like a kind of the fifth degree with a sharp 11, like an altered Mixolydian. And and it becomes part of you. And then again, if somebody plays it in a playing situation, you're, oh, got that. I know that sound and how to sort of navigate that. So yeah, I would recommend it, especially if you have a looper, or any way to just have that chord play back to you. Just play the heck out of that scale over it, and stay like you're stuck at that point in the song. And come to think of it, I think New Frontier, that'd be a cool tune to do one of these days. I always thought that was a neat tune. And a lot of the Steely Dan stuff has great these really sophisticated harmonies moving around. And the solo albums that Fagan did are the same way. They have some really, just really nice changes in them. So yeah, that'd be good to do one of these days. Anyway, I hope that's something maybe people will try. Have fun.